I have so many favorite parts of the job, but I think I just love being in control of my destiny in a way. Hey guys, I'm Stephanie Duong and I'm one of the co-owners and pastry chef of Roselle Desserts in Toronto. And welcome to a day in my life. Where do I even begin? So my role at the shop is, I wear so many different hats. Big part of it is running the business, which can mean anything from doing paperwork, answering emails, like making sure the staff's taken care of, to making the production schedule for them. I'm still finishing cakes and I'm still creating recipes. The other part of it too is the social media aspect. So we do that all in-house. It's just me. So yeah, I want to make sure that I kind of convey to our customers what it is we do behind the scenes, and just to kind of give them snippets of the people behind the pastries and kind of tell them the story of Roselle. You need so many skills to become a pastry chef. But I think at the top of the list is just stamina. It's about, putting in the hours physically, and with baking, there's so much behind the scenes that is not very glamorous. Like, you need to put in your time in the kitchen and be willing to do those early hours, those late nights, depending on what kind of pastry you're doing. Organizational skills is a big one for being a pastry chef. You have to kind of manage not only all your inventory, your mise en place, but also your day, right? Because there's only so many hours in a day. You want to make sure you kind of maximize on that and you're using your time wisely. But also as a pastry chef, you're a leader. So you have to have those leadership skills and trust that you are providing your staff with great training and they look up to you for any problems they have, and just to kind of lead them towards this vision that you have, whatever it is. So today I'm going to make our Black Forest pavlova. People love this. We started this a couple of years ago as a collaboration with So Much Chocolate Maker in Toronto. And now it's become a part of our holiday tradition. So my journey started at Georgetown College. Yeah, it was a great couple of years. I learned so much. Then I kind of decided, you know what, I want to continue learning. And at the time, I think my biggest thought was, hey, if I want to do French pastry, I got to go to France. Luckily at the time, one of the chefs at George Brown was testing out like a postgraduate French pastry program. We volunteered happily and we went with a group of 15 other students to France. And then everyone basically kind of went home after 2 weeks, except for a guy named Bruce. And so we got to know each other and we fell in love. We moved to Paris. We continued working there for a year, just had a really big adventure. Once we came back in 2014, began our year-long search to find a physical location for what would become Roselle. When we first opened Roselle in 2015, I believe we had 5 cakes that we had planned to sell. I think the key is to start small when you're starting out, just to test the waters. Gradually, as the seasons went on and as we got more comfortable, we kind of got to know our clients better. We would start experimenting a little bit more, putting more of our own personality into things. And our customers at that point were more than happy to kind of support us in whatever risk we were taking. We're almost 10 years in, and we have the banana cream pie eclair is definitely our top seller to this day. It's just one of those things that we've literally had since the beginning. Even though it's such a small part of our menu, the Earl Grey soft serve is what usually lights people's eyes up when they hear about it. And then our baked goods are very phenomenal. We bake everything fresh every day. We use real butter, and all the cookies are kind of tailored to what I like, which is not being too sweet, more focusing on textures and flavors. I'm glad that I went to France and got all that experience while I could, just because I feel like at a certain point of your life, it's really hard to do that, especially when you have more responsibility. So when you're young, I think you go out and get as much experience as you can, whether it's traveling abroad or working in a place that you really admire or whose style you admire. I think the key is getting experience. Make your food for people that are not your friends and family, and see how it goes. Just because it's such a huge risk to open up your own place, your own restaurant, and I think people have a very romanticized version of what that is, but the reality is it's a little bit of a grind, and if you don't give yourself that chance to discover that first, then you're going to be in a world of disappointment. If a career in this industry interests you, George Brown College has lots of culinary and hospitality management programs. Explore more at the link below.